Hey everyone, it's me, B. Mariah. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I get this everyday natural makeup look. I'll also be revealing some of my helpful tips, so stay tuned. As always, I moisturize my skin with coconut oil to keep my skin nice and hydrated, especially during the summertime. Starting with my brows, I'm using a liner to create the outline. And then a dark brown shadow and this angled brush to fill in all the gaps. If you want a more detailed video on how I get my brows on fleek, I'll leave the link below in the description along with all the products used. Once I fill them in, I use a concealer to carve out the bottom of my brows. And it's okay that it's a little light because it's nice and highlighted in just the perfect spot. And then I like to stick them in place by brushing my hairs upward using this clear mascara gel. Per usual, my eyeshadow primer. I like to apply it with my fingers because I feel that it blends in a little bit nicer. And of course, be sure to let that dry before applying any shadow. Today I'll be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Lavish palette. First, using this cream shade, I'm applying that right under my brows. Now I'm using a fluffy blending brush to apply this neck shade, which is my transition shade, aka blending shade. I will be doing a blending 101 tutorial soon, so stay tuned. Moving on to the next shade, I'm using a more firm blending brush to apply this right into my crease. This doesn't have to be a perfect blending situation because you want it to look as natural and effortless as possible. For my lids, I'm using this cream shade again, and I'm packing on the shadow. You don't want to brush it on, you simply just want to pat it on the lid. To line my eyes, I'm using this truffle shade, and I actually ended up adding a little bit of black diamond to make it pop just a little more. Using an eyeshadow instead of a liner will help you to get that much more natural and less harsh look. To line my bottom waterline, as always, using DNA Cosmetics gel liner. And for mascara, it is very important to go slow and take your time. There's nothing worse than when you're rushing to leave and mascara is the only thing left. For foundation, as always, DNA Cosmetics foundation stick. I'm going to go through this part kind of fast because I'm sure you know how to apply foundation and all that by now. If not, just watch a few of my tutorials and you will. Moving on to concealer to highlight my face, I like to apply it, of course, under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and on my cupid's bow. I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend it all in, and you don't really want to overblend. You want those areas to look a bit lighter than the rest of your face. I love this highlighter. Well, actually, once I realized how to use it, you want to apply it before the powder. So I just used my same beauty blender to blend it right into my concealer. I have the hardest time contouring and highlighting my nose. Does anyone else have this problem? Once I figure out how to master this, I will for sure do a tutorial on it. And now for powder, I've been using my beauty blender lately to apply it, and I love it. I usually change my application style up quite a bit, but it keeps me on my toes. I use this little powder brush just to brush away any excess powder. I use this powder to set the rest of my face. It's a colored powder, so it gives a subtle contour and helps everything to look nice and blended. This is my favorite contour powder. I actually bought this for a TV production job, and I started using it as my personal contour, and I'm obsessed with it. I just apply it to all the areas on my face that I want to look slimmer. I'm obsessed with this blush, and the way it blends with my contour and highlight is perfect. And to top off the powder, I'm just adding a little more highlighter. Don't forget mascara on the bottom lashes. I like to save that for last, but sometimes tend to forget. And last but definitely not least, my lips. I'm lining them and filling them in with this waterproof liner from DNA Cosmetics that I'm obsessed with. It is super matte and lasts literally all day, even after eating and drinking. It's amazing. Bada bing, bada boom. We're done. Super easy and super beautiful. This look can be paired with any lip shade, but I was definitely loving this Bordeaux shade and those braids. Damn girl, you killed it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and catch me every Tuesday. Mwah.